From 1904 to 2008, the U.S. boxing team produced 108 Olympic medalists with 48 gold medals. After a boom in 1980, the U.S. men's boxing team has seen a steady decline. In 2012, the team brought home 0 medals, which begs the question, is there a popularity decline of boxing in America?
I think Joe is hurt. Angie Dundee, Ali's trainer, right next to me is saying it. You may hear it. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Ali, Leonard, Frazier, Tyson. These are just some of the names that used to dominate American sports. Fast forward about 20 years, and you'll be hard-pressed to find people who will name you more than 2 boxers. What happened to boxing? Is it simply the rise of mixed martial arts? The lack of a true American heavyweight champion? Or maybe the sport no longer carries meaning within the American culture?
What's that jab, Tyler? Don't you throw it.
At the Penn State Boxing Club, there's no talk of boxing dying. Will Morrill, president of the Penn State Boxing Club, said that there's no one reason why upwards of 50 students try out for the boxing club.
Some people want to be tough guys, some people want to prove their self-worth, or some people just want to conquer their fears, some people just want a sport, some people just like hitting people. As many people as you have trying out, that you have that many responses to why they fight.
Club instructor Dave Vacco says his fighters step into the ring to fight for a deeper reason.
I think everyone who boxes has something to prove. Everyone kind of prides themselves on being a warrior and becoming a warrior, and it's just more about how you feel about yourself than anything else.
That passion doesn't seem to be transferring from the ring onto the boxing fan base. With the continued perception of professional bouts being poorly judged, along with the lack of a true American champion, the sport has lost its stronghold among the Americans' elite sports. For many like Will, the rise of MMA has also contributed to the decline.
MMA, it's new, everyone wants the new thing, it's exciting. I personally love MMA. I watch MMA like almost every event. I don't watch boxing very often unless I'm like studying film.
Dave adds that the little exposure boxing gets in the media has hurt the sport's popularity, but believes he will continue to see kids line up for the boxing club.
Decades ago, there was fights on ABC and the network television, and now it's pay-per-view pretty much only, and that's kind of like, oh, boxing's dying. So maybe it's on its way down, but it's never gonna. I get all these kids are 18, you know, they're not going anywhere.
As for professional boxing, Will has a different take for the sport's future.
Quite honestly, I think it's just gonna decrease in popularity even more as MMA gets more and more popular. I think it's just gonna keep declining in popularity or stay where it is.
192 miles from Happy Valley, at the James Schuler Gym in the city of brotherly love, 2-time cruiserweight champion Steve Cunningham continues to train as he moves into the heavyweight class. For Cunningham, boxing is not just a job.
It's not a sport. I don't think boxing is a sport. You can take guys like Bernard Hopkins, I mean, all these other athletes, these boxing athletes who you have to live this sport. I mean, look at it. It's a Saturday afternoon. I'm in the gym. I don't have a fight scheduled. I know I'm fighting in December, but I don't have a name. But I'm working. You know, this is my life. It's a lifestyle. It's not a sport.
A professional boxer since 2000, Cunningham has posted a 25-4 record with 12 knockouts. But due to the lack of marketability of the cruiserweight division in America, Cunningham had to fight abroad in places such as Poland and Germany.
The cruiserweights here in America, they aren't popular. It means the money isn't there, you know, because there's no television. I knew it was television. I knew the cruiserweights were exciting and popular over in Europe, and I decided that was the best move for me.
Cunningham said he was getting paid 4 times as much for fights abroad than in the U.S. He also says the fan bases in other countries compared to the United States were more passionate about boxing.
When I went to South Africa, I wasn't even in the top 10, and they would treat me like I was a star. And I'm like, you know, I wasn't used to that. You know, being here in America, oh, Steve Cunningham's fighting Steve who? You know, but when I get to South Africa, the American Steve Cunningham, it was just exciting. Everybody was excited. You know, people had me autographed and stuff. I'm like, wow. It reminds me of boxing here in the 80s. You know, back in the Leonard's days, the Duran's, how exciting that was, and Mike Tyson coming through and Harry Holmes.
It's that golden era that puts a spark in Dave's eyes.
I'm a child of the 80s, so Mike Tyson was just, he was the scariest man on earth back in the day. And Sugar Ray Leonard, love Sugar Ray Leonard. And get enough that you couldn't follow, right? When I really got into boxing, I was all about Roy Jones Jr. He was the Michael Jordan of boxing. I mean, he put his hands behind his back and knocked that guy out, you know, or he taunted the guy taunted him, and he knocked him out. It was just the things he could do was just people couldn't do what he could do, and he did it all without jabbing, which is insane.
Maybe boxing will never go back to being America's prominent sport, but Cunningham has a message to those preparing for the sport's funeral.
Boxing can't die. Well, how can boxing die? In order for boxing to die, somebody's got to punch. You know, somebody's got to be violent. You see a Danny Garcia versus Amir Khan, and boom, boom, and you know, we're back. You know, so boxing's not going anywhere. Boxing's been here since the beginning, and it's going to be here. It'll probably bring the end on. Somebody get knocked out. You know, somebody's got to lose. You know, so it's going nowhere.
For In the Game, I'm Fernando Calderon.